I'm sweating again. Bible time. We'll see how far I get with this. My phone. I can't keep my phone charged. My windows are down, but it's starting to rain again. But it's freaking hot. It's starting to get humid again. The breeze stopped. There was a nice cool breeze going on. It was nice and cool. And now he's making it all... No, I'm not going to shower again. I don't have the money to keep doing my laundry. I like to get my seats replaced in this car. I need my struts done. I need my brakes looked at. I need to find out what's going out in my brake system, my ABS system. And that costs money. And I don't have it. Even with my... Oh, my legs hurt. Oh. And now I got crumbs. It was fucking hot. I'm sweating again. I feel like I just got out of the shower. Oh, my neck cracked again. Oh, it released a little bit more. Oh, it's getting better. It's getting better. I still have my shoulder. That's not my shoulder to my neck. Thank you for the breeze. Oh, my legs. Oh, my God. They're tingly. Oh, my God. I hope it doesn't rain a lot because I can't even go and heat up some potatoes again, which I had yesterday. I ate some of my potatoes, which was good again, with some butter. But I don't have any quarters to give them. So I have to go get, and I can't even go to the bank because they're going to close. So I'm going to have to give them $1 later to heat up my tea and my potatoes. And I hate taking antibiotic, which I haven't for a very long time. I haven't had an antibiotic. I've been taking Tylenol and the Tylenol Sinus from the Dollar Tree. But that makes me sleepy. The antibiotics don't make me sleepy. Sometimes. Which I'm surprised. Maybe that was why I fell asleep again yesterday, why I was very sleepy. Because I took the antibiotic. Because the first one you got to take 2 pills. And I didn't eat anything. I took it on an empty stomach, somewhat. So they ended my video when I was trying to show you the rain. See? It's raining more now, slowly. Anyway. I gotta shave. Fucking hairs, man. See, that's not a blackhead. Those are my little freckles. I hate them. Look at all these scars. I still got the one on my neck. Because I haven't put medicine on it. Which I should do now. But I'm not going to... I don't think I'm going to take a shower tonight. I might wait till tomorrow morning. Because if I go in there late... If I go in there like 7, 8... They close at 10. It only takes me an hour and a half, but... Then I gotta wash clothes again. I can't eat that cantaloupe. I don't want to get a stomach ache. I don't have anything solid in my stomach, and but if I don't eat it now, it's gonna go bad because it's on its way. I thought it was starting to go bad when I first bought it. Some pieces are bad. Now I gotta take the water. I'm gonna use the water that's in there from the ice that melted to wash my dishes tomorrow. Phone. They kept putting the the red finish button on, and the Wi-Fi wasn't showing. Dumbasses. Ugh, going bad. I can't eat it. Some of the pieces are bad because it was ripe. It was a really ripe cantaloupe. It's no good. Can't eat it. Whole bowl of cantaloupe. Garbage! And the $2 I spent in the ice. Garbage! Waste! I got to eat a half of the cantaloupe. Wow. And then another paramedic like the one in Meet Joe Black just went by. I just missed it, but I saw it going up 424, 425. Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. My butthole. I didn't wipe it very well. To the book of Genesis. My Bible, my $40 fucking Bible is getting messed up. How? I don't know. The first couple of pages in the Genesis is all brown. Like something got spilt on it, or it got wet in the rain. The first couple of pages. Fucking assholes. Okay, how am I gonna do this? My pillow. I need my pillow in my back. And my butthole is dirty. I didn't wipe it very well. Okay, I'm not comfortable. My back hurts. And I need socks on my feet because this... Oh my god. You know what? Let's put this seat up. Pop up. It won't pop up anymore. I gotta push it up. This is on its way to be broken because it... That's too much. Okay, I think that's good. I think. No, not the pillow. My blanket. Oh my god, I can't scream. I don't want to hurt my lungs. I don't. Hold on, I gotta fix back there, and I gotta get socks on my feet, because I can't stand the cloth material of these seats. I just don't even want to be in here anymore. But it's the car that my son helped me get. I paid him back for it. And I'm sure God blessed him for it. By him being able to work from home, not having to work with the rest of you crazy idiots. So he doesn't have any real work experience, only from home on the computer. He doesn't know what it's like to work really, really, really hard, except he did taekwondo, and he's on his way to his 3rd black belt, and he went into a few, what do you call it? I forgot what they call them. He won a couple medals from, like, championships, entering some of the, I can't think of the word. I forgot what the word, tournaments. Hold on. Experiencing technical difficulties or environment difficulties. Ow. Oh, I can't stand this shit. Oh my god. I want a new version of the same vehicle, so that nobody else has been in it but me and my son. Because since this one is all bug infested, and you made me get into a couple of accidents. Fucking asshole. Ah! My butt hit the phone on the steering wheel. My jacket, my poor black jacket from Walmart. From No Boundaries. It's called No Boundaries. That's what you people have. No fucking boundaries, and you need them. It's getting hot again. God! FedEx. Yeah, I'm fed up with you. Been fed up with you. Since the moment I laid eyes on you. Are these the good ones? Or okay, these are okay. These are the dollar ones from either Dollar Tree or $2 from Walmart when they were on clearance. I can't remember. I like them, but I don't like them. But they're good for right now. That chocolate on my foot. From my seat. I'm gonna have to put medicine on. I'm itchy. My feet are still somewhat dry and like a little bit of athlete's foot. It's going away, but I need to treat them again with some Vicks and apple cider vinegar. Ow, ow, ow. Just a few more seconds and I'll be right with you. Hold on. I might have to wipe my butt, man. Now the sun is shining out. Trying to shine through the clouds. Right out my window. Ah! Shit! I slipped. Oh, these fuckers. They probably got me with more buggies while I was sleeping because I'm itchy. I'm really itchy again on my back. I got a lot of bug bites on my back too. They're little bumps. And it makes it sore sometimes. Jesus Christ, it's so fucking hot. Where the fuck is that noise coming from? A helicopter. They don't quit. Passing right by me. I heard it, but I didn't see it. Ow! Fuck. I feel like I got prickers, like a sharp. That hurt on my neck. They'll be back around. So that one was at 4:32, 4:31, 4:32. Can I begin? Okay. We're in the first book of Moses called Genesis. Genes is genes. We are genes. We are DNA. We are the DNA of God. Okay? Creation of heaven and earth. Now, when you're reading from the beginning to know the story of how we became on earth, how we came to be, because yes, we came from our mom and dad, or mom and dad, but where did the first human come from? How were humans put on this earth? We couldn't have formed the earth because the earth would have had to have been formed before we got here so we could stand on it, right? So obviously it was another entity other than us that made it into a being. That made it be. Okay? So anyway, and that's the part where I bit Joe on. I went like that to him. Because he had twisted my arm to prevent me from taking the house key back from him, because my key was like on a key ring. Something, I can't remember which one I had. It was something like this. And it had the keys on it. I didn't have the lanyard. But it was on the counter. He happened to come home from work early for some reason, which I found kind of funny. And he was wearing his black leather jacket I bought him back in 1996, the Christmas of 96. When I got the job at Cablevision. And I should have just paid him back and be gone with him. But the thing is, see, If I would have paid him back the $500, I could have said, okay, bye, see you, don't want to be you, don't need you, whatever, you know. I don't know if it would have ended well because he didn't have another girlfriend. He didn't, you know, so it was a dangerous time for me to say goodbye to him. So I couldn't do that. And Mike was away, so I couldn't depend on him to protect me. I didn't have any other, I wasn't in the clique with anybody. I wasn't hanging around anybody, nobody, you know, to say, hey, I need protection. And I owed a lot of people for them helping me. But the way God helped is I was trying to live on my own. I was trying to get away from all the problems. My mommy, my child molester, Richie, my sister, just, you know, and then I was trying to go and do my thing and then return to those that had helped me in the beginnings of in the beginning steps of me being on my own. There goes the helicopter again. 4:35. $4.35. 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus 5 in reverse is 57. The Magnum 57. And that's why they had that guy, Tom Selleck, or was it Tom Selleck or Matt Houston on the Friends sitcom? I just thought of that. I knew of that, but I never mentioned it. And then 4 times 3 is 12 plus 5 equals 25. And that was the age I was when I snitched on my duddy. Then I had just turned 25 because I think it happened in the beginning of 2000. But anyway, I'm not going to give them any more of my breath. Anyway, creation of heaven and earth. Now, when we're reading the book of Genesis, we got to realize we got to forget everything we've known thus far. Not quite everything. We have to remember, we have to kind of keep it on the back of our memory so that we can pull from it as we're reading, say, oh, that's why that's happening. Oh, that's why that's going wrong. Oh, you know, and then we could slowly delete things that are keeping us down and weighing us down. Because with understanding comes clarity. And in order to get the understanding, you have to know the truth and way to life. You have to know the full and complete details of the truth and way to life. Not the half-assed, not the half-assed backwards, not the version of your mom or your dad or grandma, grandpa, great-grandma, great-great-great-great-great, or your friend or this one or that one or whatever they think or whatever you believe. Life was not made off of freedom and free will. Life is not freedom and free will. And freedom and free will is not life. So when you stop idling freedom and free will, and you stop idling comparing yourselves to others, oh, the white people have this, oh, why can't we have this, or why can't we do this, oh, if they're smoking, drinking, drugging, sexing, partying, fucking, sucking, dicking, and licking, why can't we do this? First of all, you got to question the example and what they're doing. Okay, just because they're doing it doesn't mean that it was meant to be done in life. Because people do wrong things. People do things that steal, kill, and destroy themselves and others. People do things that hurt themselves and others. Are you understanding this? See, you've got to learn the truth between fantasy and reality. Because fantasy is nothing but a dream. Fantasy will take you down where you don't want to go. Okay? Meanwhile, your life is passing you right by when the dream is right in front of you. You're living the dream. But you're not doing the right things to live out the dream in reality. Instead, you're being pulled and led to a fantasy that pulls you away from the dream and the reality. The reality is the dream. You're living here on earth. You're not just a spirit up in the heaven. Okay? The dream is not to become spirit again. I mean, it is, because you don't want to be burnt down into hell, into ash and dust, which is what we came from, but our bodies came from. Our spirit came from above. Yes, helicopter, what do you want? All that money, $440. The helicopter's back again at $440. Representing 4 plus 4 is 8. 2008. Begin again. Right near my window. Oh my God. 4 times 4 is 16. The age when I was on my own. Girls missing since 2022 found. Good. Glad. Cheryl Simpson Guile is watching. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for joining. I just got helicopters following me, and tormenting me and torturing me and saying, haha, we're watching you. We know you. We know where you are. Then, it just came around at 4:40 p.m. again. And 44 is 44. That's the bus, the number of the bus in the direction of my one-stop possible soulmate. Hold on, my one-stop possible soulmate turned angry, lying, acting, obsessed stalker. Mike DeVincentis Krause, where his condo was in 2007. Now the big red bus passes by. 441. One blood, the blood covers all. Anyway, I gotta shake. But anyway, the bus number 44 is the one that goes somewhat in the direction of his condo in Royal Palm Beach. But it's kind of, it goes close to it. It's a few blocks away. It's quite a distance away. I would say about maybe a mile or two away from his condo. So I wouldn't be able to walk there by taking that bus. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't want to walk there. No. I had my 2002 Pontiac Montana back then, but I had buggies in it because they were setting me up to make me lose the vehicle, because I was going to lose my job at Dunkin' Donuts because I knew they were going to close. I knew because of the condition that it was in. And now the sunshine is coming out clearer. And that's 443. 443. 43 is the number bus on Okeechobee Boulevard. But that again doesn't go all the way up to my stalker's condo. But anyway, so that's the story of when the timing that the helicopter came around. Okay, so in order to understand God and Jesus, the story of Jesus Christ, and in order to get his Holy Spirit to obtain the Holy Spirit awakening, the full, not the part, not the quarter part, not the half, not just a little, no, to get the whole Holy Spirit awakening, you have to understand the full and complete details of the truth and way to life. And it doesn't happen overnight, but I wanted to do this differently. And I can't, because every time I try to, and now what's that? That's the Citizen Patrol vehicle. Now they got the Citizen Patrol vehicle coming around here at 4:44. It was here a few minutes ago, but it just, whatever. So, what I'm going to read is the beginning, when God created the heaven and the earth, and the people, and all the things that he created, okay? And I'm also going to get into, hopefully, now the sun is going to protrude out, and it's right into my vehicle, and it's going to make it hot again. what I want to get into is the part where humanity messed up in the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve, the first man and woman that God created on earth to take care of his animals and his kingdom. There goes the helicopter again. $4:45. I gotta do my nose hairs. I haven't done that yet. Because I got it in my mini backpack, my mini whatever, but I don't have a battery in it. Okay, so I'm gonna get on with this before I have to go, because the library's closing in a few minutes. Actually, it's 6 o'clock, not 5, 6, so I have another hour. The creation of heaven and earth. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Now, we just have to take that as it is, because we weren't here. So we have to take that he created it, because we weren't the ones that created it. It was here before we got here. So obviously we weren't. It wasn't me, it wasn't you, it wasn't anybody else before us, because the world was already here before us. So, onward, right? And the earth was without form, meaning it was the way God formed it, but it didn't have anything in it but the water, the grass, the trees, what have you, and all that. It was a process. Okay? So, as it was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, meaning the waters were dark and deep, as they are now. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting short-breathed. And darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Now, I'm assuming that caused the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, making it move and become fluent with life and fish and all that, whatever, and mammals and whatever was in the water. And it created the movement of the water to create the rest of the stuff and to mix with this, and it did its magic, okay? Creation of the light. And God said, let there be light, and there was light, meaning the sun. And then God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. Okay, hold on. Those that know why I'm laughing, they know who they are. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. Focus, Cher. Focus. Keep them out of your mind. Stop. And stop distracting me. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. We got through that one, did we? Okay, the first day. Wow, that was a tough one. Okay. Okay. Creation of the firmament. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters, meaning the salt from the fresh, and the dirty from the unclean from the clean, and just the different types of waters. I hear the helicopter in the distance again. 4:48, 4:49. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. It's right around me again. It's coming around. I see it on my back door, my back window. And it's going west, in the direction of west, but now it's making a north turn. A turn to the north. Hello! How are you guys? What you doing? What you doing up there? Troublemakers? Unbelievable. And God called the firmament, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so, meaning the levels of the deep and the different types of firmament within the waters and the land. But that'll come for next. Okay. See, and it said here, now it's like right in front of me, coming over me somewhere. I don't know, I hear it. Anyway, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. See, that's where it talks about the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, which is the trees and the grass and the bushes and whatever. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. God, we got to the second day again. Oh, wow, great. Okay, now, they don't understand how, yes, Chris Josh, yes. Yes. The earth separated from the waters. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place. And let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called the seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself. So as the trees grew, as the seeds, the herbs from the grass, and then it grew into trees, because, after so long, the grass grew, and then the trees grew, and all these different organisms and cells and whatever, you get the picture, you get the idea, right? All the things that are in the dirt and in the earth, and that came together and made the trees, the bushes, the fruits, the trees. It grew over time. Then, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself. And what he means by that is the seed is within the fruits. So, why he's saying that, we're supposed to regrow the fruits, because they're not just going to grow back themselves, because we have to replant and keep the cycle of life going, right? And we need food to eat to survive, because our stomachs tell us that, right? And our mind, our body, So that was when people came on earth, when people were put on the earth by God. So anyway, and the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself, after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Oh, wow, we got through the third day. Okay, now, the creation of the sun, moon, and stars. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. Ow, my leg. Ow, cramp. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, which was the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, so with the moon and the stars. And then it says he made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. Here comes the helicopter again. 454. Oh, God. Now I got to break away and explain that. It's reappearing again at 454, because 4 plus 5 is 9, plus the 4 is 1994. Or 94. That represents the year my stalker and I came face to face. And we had our face-to-face encounter. Our real face-to-face encounter, not the other one. Anyway, it also represents 9 and 13. That was my Uncle Paul when he got killed for attempting to snitch, but he didn't make it. That was in 1983. and he died at 22 years old. Then the 4 times 5 is 20, plus the 4 was when I snitched. I was 24 when I had my son, and then on the 24th of April, but I also snitched when I was 24 going on 25. Then, what was the other thing? 2004 was when I had custody of my son, and when I took off December 23rd of 2004, I abandoned my apartment in West Palm Beach at the Reflections, the gated community named Reflections. It's now called Visions. Visions of Willow Pond, Visions at Willow Pond of Palm Beach, I think, of West Palm Beach. I think that's what it's called. And then if we do the 4 times 5 is 20, plus 5 plus 4 is 9. That represents 2009, which is the begin again, because in 2008 I became completely homeless and I lost my vehicle in August or September, somewhere around there, maybe even October. I can't quite remember which month. It was August or October. And that was 2008. When me and my son's visitation also ended, when I couldn't drive my vehicle no more because it had too many buggies in it, and I couldn't drive it because it had an electrical problem, and then I had ran over a parking stump and clipped my gas tank, so it was leaking, so I couldn't afford a new gas tank. I couldn't afford my car payment, my car insurance, child support, gas, food. And I didn't even have insurance then either. So they made me get into an accident and they took the vehicle. And they didn't even allow me to eat my ice cream that I had just bought, buy one, get one free. My Haagen-Dazs back then. And I ended up hurting my shin or my knee. I had I don't know what I hit it on, but I can't remember, but something injured my thing, but it wasn't bad. It healed on its own. Didn't break anything or anything like that. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, now can I continue? Thank you. We're on Genesis 1, verse 16, and how God made the lights, the two great lights, one, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser to rule the night. He also made the stars, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Wow, we finally got to the fourth day. Whew, another one. Whew, finally. Now we can go on. Okay, then and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. So is the fourth day when he made the creation of fish, fowl, beast, and cattle? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. So on the fourth day, he made the creation of fish, fowl, beast, and cattle, I believe. Let me continue reading. It confuses me when they wrote it, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day at the end of the chapter, or at the end of the paragraph. Oh, the helicopter's coming around again. 4:59. Then there's a guy standing at the bus stop that resembles James Lynn, aka Lynn. So anyway, I'm going to read on. Creation of fish, fowl, beast, and cattle was, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. I lost track. Okay, so he made the creation of heaven and earth on the first day. The second day, the creation of the firmament. The third day were separated, the waters separated from the firmament, blah, 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 blah. And the fourth day, so the fourth day was the creation of the moon and stars, the sun, moon, and stars. So the fifth day was the creation of fish, fowl, and beast. Okay. So the beginning of the fifth day, I believe, if I'm reading it right, I have to go back and check that. But I can't focus on that right now. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And let the evening and the morning were the fifth day. So on the fifth day, so he made the he made the creation of fish, fowl, beast, and cattle on the fourth day. And all that. And the fifth day, and the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Every time the helicopter goes away and comes back, I can hear the sound, and it's to alert me to look at the time. 5:02, meaning Breaking Dawn Part 1 ended just before 5 o'clock. And then also 52 is the year my Duddy was born. Also represents 2007, number 7. Then it also represents Breaking Dawn 2, to be continued. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You get it? That's what that means. And that was also the hour of which I was raped in 2016. Okay, I think the helicopter went away. I don't hear it at all unless it just turned off the rotor thingy. No, I still hear it in the distance. I still hear it in the slight distance. In the near distance, but not... It'll be back around. Anyway. Creation of man in the image of God. Oh, wait. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and God saw that it was good. So that was the evening and the morning were the fifth day. So it was like in the wee hours of the morning on the fifth day. Okay, now, are we still in the fifth day or sixth day? And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. I already read that. I'm not repeating that. Creation of man in the image of God. And God said, okay, so we're working our way into the sixth day. We're still on the fifth day right here. Creation in the man in the image of God he made on the sixth day. And God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Now, the helicopter's like coming closer again. 5:04. And okay, so what this is saying to us is that he created man in the image of himself. However, when he says that he created man, he created of man in the image of God. And God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and all over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. That was our job. That was his command for us to work in the land. We're supposed to take care of everything in this land. Okay? Meaning the fruits, the grass, the waters, so forth and so on. And I'll get into that in the next paragraph or two. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Okay? And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. Yes, he did. But you got to remember the first commandment. He gave us to seek dominion over everything in the earth. That doesn't happen overnight. That takes time and training and effort and work. Because if we didn't do that, they would overtake us and eat us out and to eat us as food. Okay? God put man on the earth, which is coming in the next paragraph, okay, to take care of the land, to feed the animals, and to feed ourselves. And we were supposed to learn by seeing what the animals did, because that was how God was to teach us. Since God couldn't be here with us, he put the animals on the planet to help us learn to what we were supposed to do, to teach us what we were supposed to do and how we were supposed to work and the things we were supposed to do and not do, by seeing the outcome and result of it through the animals. So, with that said, when God made man, Adam, the first man on earth, the first human being, he knew that there was a God. Okay, because God talked to him. But what happened was, when Adam was doing the work he was supposed to be doing, okay, now you got to role play yourself into this, to say, okay, well, I'm Adam, or I'm Eve. Okay, you can role play both, so you know. And that's where acting came in later on in life, because it's to teach us, it's to put me in man's place and man in my place, so we know how we want to be treated. So if we mistreat ourselves or each other, we know how it feels, and we know what to do, what not to do. And you know, come on, you aren't kids. Come on, kids would understand this. Anyway. So God put us on this earth to learn from the animals. We were to learn from the animals, but not to do as they do, because we are not animals. We are the highest breed. We are the highest of creation. We were supposed to be the smartest. We were supposed to have dominion over everything. But we fucked it all up because of the flesh. Okay, and that's what I'm going to get into. When Adam sinned in the Garden of Eden with Eve, and he enticed Eve with his serpent in between his legs, because I'll get into that too. Adam was the first male tree, and he was called the tree of good and bad, the tree of good and bad knowledge or something. I'll get into that when I can't remember what he said. Oh, my nose is itching. Okay, so the Garden of Eden. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Okay, he had formed Adam, and he planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And that was full of all the fruit trees and what have you, whatever. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every fruit tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. Now, the tree of life also in the midst of garden. Okay, that's the fruit tree. Okay, the tree of life is the fruit tree. Okay, the trees that bear fruit that we were to eat for food to keep us alive. Now, he also says, okay, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, what he's talking about is if you pay attention to what I'm saying, and if you want to read Genesis 2, the Garden of Eden, verse 8, 9, and 10, or 8 and 9, you're tripping, oh my god. Genesis chapter 2, verse 8 and 9. And that represents 2008, 2009. Nope. And that was what, 28 years ago. Would have brought it to 1995? No. 1997. That was when I left, when I resisted my stalker. The last time, in 1997. And it's funny how he reappeared in Florida in 2007. 10 years apart. Now 2 plus 8 is 10. 1994 to 2004. That's when Lynn entered my path. Then 1992, 2002, when my stalker entered my path again as a photographer. No, that wasn't 2002. That was 2001. That was like 2000. No, it was 2000. It might have been close to 2001. No, because we were only there for a year in Coconut Creek. And the photographer came out to do my baby photos because of the plan that, from the hospital, we joined the club where the photo club, they come out once a year and you get a free photo of your baby for the first 3 years. But they get you to take more photos so you can buy more and buy a package. So anyway, that was my stalker. All these encounters were from 1991 to 2001, from 1990 to 2000. They all have it was all 10 years apart. So, let me go back to the first Sabbath, or where I left off for provision of food. The provision... Okay, no. I gotta finish off the creation of man in the image of God. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male, and then female created he them. So he's kind of going ahead of himself because Eve wasn't created yet. But in this paragraph, they're just saying how God created man and woman. But they weren't created together. It was Eve was created later. I'll get to that. Ugh, my breath. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male, female, created them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. Yes. But we were supposed to follow the orders in which he gave us to do. Okay? But because Adam and Eve, see, this is going ahead of it, because in chapter 2, Genesis 2, verse 21, that's when they go into God creates woman as a helper for the man. Okay? But in Genesis 1:26, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, woman wasn't created yet. So you just gotta... He's given us the order in which we were supposed to follow. But Adam and Eve messed up when Adam asked God for a helper. Okay, Adam deceived God and betrayed him and kind of tried to trick him and fool him. Because Adam wanted a mate because he was curious of the animals. He got, how do I say this? He got sprung from the Garden of Eden, seeing the animals mating. So it was kind of like animal porn for him back in the day. He understood it, but he became curious. Curiosity kills the cat. And that's what happens. That's where the saying comes from, because curiosity, when you do something that you don't know, or you do something out of order, when you don't follow directions, it kills the recipe, right? Kills the mood, kills the recipe, kills the dinner, the meal. It kills the vibe. You get it, right? So, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna have diarrhea again. What I don't get is, why did God allow my aunt to win on the number 605? She won like $40 back in 1981, 82. When my aunt lived on Orland Street. My uncle was still alive. He was staying with my aunt temporarily in between my aunt Loretta, and then my Vicky and her sister Tina. My uncle used to kind of mess with Tina. Tina used to mess with him. But we went out. My aunt had a black dog that we found roaming the neighborhood that was injured. Had a big raw spot on the side of her body, and she was like a miniature black collie. I want to say she was like, she wasn't the Cocker Spaniel that I thought she was, because she had a pointy snout. She looked more like a Papillon, like a Papillon. That's exactly what she looked like. She looks just like a Papillon, a black Papillon. I gotta look at it again. I gotta go to the bathroom, man. But I don't want to go back in the library again to use the bathroom. Because I'm at the library that I was Baker acted from. Because I forgot what date it was. It was in 2017 or 19. I can't remember. 2019. And I had just bought myself all new clothes, a hat, sneakers. I had everything from underwear, bra. Everything was clean. Everything was brand new. And I was upset because I couldn't take a shower because my skin was broken out. And I was at the library, but the computer was giving me a hard time. They kept on making the computer. I would write something. I was typing this long thing like I do on my phone, and they make it go away. So everything I wrote, I was so mad. So because I pounded on the desk, they Baker acted me. They kept my bike. They kept my bag of food that I had in the basket or on the handlebars. And the police officer, the sheriff deputy, took my luggage and all that and took it with me to Baker act me. But what they did is, all the new stuff I had, they didn't let me keep it. What I should have done is I should have took off my hat, my sneakers, and my jacket and kept it in the outside bag. They let me keep my stuff outside on the side of the building, because they didn't let me wear my clothes back out after 3 days or 4 days. They kept me an extra day or two or something like that. But then they treated me for licensed scabies. But then you know what they did? They sent me off in dirty clothes and flip-flops. So when I left, I got scabies and lice all over again. So, anyway. So, Adam did not follow the rules of what he was supposed to follow. He broke the rules. And because he got curious of what the animals were doing, mating, so he got curious and he was, what's the word? I can't think of the word I want, but you get what I'm saying, where I'm going with this. So he got curious and he got sprung and he wanted to do what they were doing. He was curious. So when he asked God for help, he knew that he was going to do what he saw the animals doing. So he asked God for a helper that was supposed to help him in the field, in the garden. Instead, Adam coerced Eve to partake of his penis in the middle of his tree. In the tree of good and bad, not of the, what is it? Where did I read it? And the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, and that's who he referred to as Adam and Eve. And the tree of knowledge of good and evil was man and woman. Because God told Adam and Eve, when Eve was created, do not partake of the fruit in the middle of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. For if you do, you will surely die. And it did, because when they partook of each other, it made Eve become pregnant. So now she couldn't work and help Adam in the field to continue doing the work that was supposed to be done. There was a set time for them to partake of each other and multiply, to be fruitful and multiply. But what God also means about being fruitful and multiply is meaning the fruitful, meaning the fruit trees, to be fruitful in the food, to keep the fruit going, to be fruitful and multiply that, so that we can continue to live. See, it's being misunderstood when it says be fruitful and multiply. Okay? But you got to understand the order of steps in the operation of life in the recipe. If you don't understand that, then you're going to be stuck. And you're not going to agree with this. So if you don't understand the order of steps in the recipe, and why first things have to be first, and why things have to be done the right way, and why you can't just have everything right then and now, because some people are too young, some people are too naive, some people are too vulnerable, some people are too ADHD, some people are not on the same level as they're supposed to be. We're not all, because we're not all being taught the right way and in the right timing, or we're not all given the full and complete details of the truth and way to life at the same time. So as each generation is born, they're becoming lesser and lesser of the truth, because they're getting further and further, and they just keep on repeating that cycle of smoking, drinking, drugging, sexing, partying, effing, sucking, dicking, and licking. You follow me? Like what we're doing now? Okay? And as man and woman kept on multiplying and multiplying, it became further and further away from the truth. Further and further away from the garden. Because now they partook in the sex. Then they had children. Now they were seeking something to deal with the anxiety or the pressures of life. And they become further and further away from life. When you stray from the garden, the fruit and trees of the garden that were supposed to be our source of life, and you go about and you stray out and you go further and further away from home, what happens? I gotta put medicine on my nose, and I gotta do my nose here before it gets dark. I can't. I feel like I'm gonna tear my skin off my face. Hold on. Oh, now this fell behind. Now everything probably fell out of it. Oh, fuck. Okay, no, it didn't. I don't think. No, because it was closed. Okay. See, I got 2 new tubes. See? It's just, see, you can tell it's not full all the way. I can still press on it. Okay? So there's a lot of air in there. So I don't really have the full amount that's in there. See? I could still squeeze it. If it was full, there wouldn't be all that, it wouldn't be all that easy to, I wouldn't be able to squeeze it if it was full. So I don't have the full 60 grams. Okay? See? Okay, and it's so watery because it's the generic. And it's very watery. These are going to be used for like the time where God gives me to be able to be completely but I got to use these 3 that are almost empty to treat myself once. So these 3 that I have not yet used, I'm going to use to treat myself once for right now. Probably Monday. I'll probably do that Monday. Sunday, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But I gotta put this on now because my face is itchy. And my nose, and it itches because my nose hairs, they're getting into my nose hairs. And I gotta use the thing, but I gotta put a battery in it. But while I'm sleeping at night with the windows open, they infest me. So every time I take a shower and they don't infest me in the gym, they don't have somebody infest me inside the gym or in the laundromats, or if they can't get to my clothes because I stay right by the dryer. So they end up they infest me while I'm in my car sleeping with my windows open. I haven't been paying attention to the traffic, so sorry about that. And there was another paramedic, I don't know which one. That looked like the one from Del Rey. Has the yellow and red. Yeah, that looks like the one from Del Rey. Oh, that's the post. Yeah, they're reminding me. That was one from Del Rey. The one from Del Rey had the number 111 on it. One of them did. The last one. The other 2 that went across the street, I forgot the name of the name of the gated community across the street. There was paramedics. Now the helicopter's coming back. 5:28. Here comes the helicopter again. And then 2 garbage trucks. Waste management. Oh, you people. Okay, now I feel better. It doesn't itch. Actually, my eyebrows itch in the corner of my eyes. Oh, I can't get much more out of this. I have to cut it open and get into it. So the helicopter's around again at 5:28 p.m. This part is kind of going away now. Remember I told you it's swollen? It's not sensitive to the touch now. It's still a little sore, but not much. It's going away. Oh, it's sensitive like right up in here. Right here. Here to here. From this area. Now I got that in my eyes. This is what's also helped me to hurt my eyesight. I would get this in my eyes, or the lice shampoo. Which when I did all my clothes the other day, I did my bags, my shoes in my bags, and I didn't put my hand down far enough in the outside pocket, and there was another bottle of lice shampoo, brand new. It opened up in the wash. there's only a little bit of toilet paper left on that one. Where's my other toilet paper? Oh, come on. It fell down. No, it didn't. That's the bleach. Oh my god, where's my other roll of toilet paper? I need to blow my nose. Hold on. Now I gotta put these back in here. I gotta go to the bathroom again. I don't want to go take a shower tonight. I've already used 2 towels. If I use another, that'll be 3rd towel. Then I gotta wash clothes again. What day is the 1st? Today's the 27th or 28th? 27th. And today's Friday. Saturday the 29th. Sunday the 30th. So, what did I say? Now I'm lost again. I lost track. 27th is today. That's Friday. Saturday the 28th. Sunday the 29th. Did I do that right? Friday the... Okay, tomorrow's the 28th. Sunday's the 29th. Monday's the 30th. So, Tuesday's the 1st. So, yeah, I'll take a shower Sunday and Monday or something like that. Because then I got to go to West Palm on the 1st or 2nd. The helicopter is at 5:30 to 2:35. Oh, shut up. 235 was the address on Lenox Avenue that my aunt lived in 1982. And I just connected that. That's 20... Oh. I don't... These are such fucking liars. This is all just a game. I feel like I'm living Die Hard in real life. Ow! It's pulling my hair. Oh my God! Fucking assholes. Oh my God. See, these are stretched out. Even though I washed them and they went back to somewhat small, but they got stretched out again. And I have to put them around 4 times. Oh, there goes the siren. You heard that little whoop? 5:33. Where'd it go, though? I didn't see it go by. My head was down. Idiots. What idiots? What idiots? It's like a fucking movie scene. It's like a movie. Every single second, every single minute. I don't know what I'm going to use to put this cream on my back to get the spots I can't reach. I'll have to probably... I need to get a loofah. A small loofah with a handle. Or something I could tie around with an elastic to reach the back. I don't know what that could be. I don't know. Like a pedophile brush? Pedophile. Like the thing you scrub your feet with, the nails or the bottom of your feet, or a callus, or, dry skin. Anyway. So, where was I? I forgot. The creation of man and the... Where did I leave off at? Okay. So, we got to that point where God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and to replenish the earth, and subdue it. I didn't finish this. So, this is Genesis 1, chapter 1, verse 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it. and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And that was where we were supposed to get our knowledge from. The good knowledge. The knowledge of survival. The knowledge of health, well-being, happiness, and being fruitful. But when Adam and Eve partook of each other, that broke the mold. Okay, so now the provision for food, and God said, behold, I had given you it. Now the helicopter again, 5:36. It's right over me. Right over me. I can see it right from here. It's like the circle is getting small. They used to go way out. Then they came in closer. The circles got smaller. Now the circle's getting even smaller because he's coming closer and going around in a small. This is the Mr. and Mrs. Smith part. The helicopter and the war, the desert, you know. Oh, come on, wind. You went away. Come on, breeze. You fuckers. Okay, we're back now. We had to take that little break there, okay? Because as the helicopter came around, and then when he came around, he went east to lead me in the direction of going to the gym to take a shower. But I'm not going to take a shower today. I got the whole weekend, and I'm not going back to West Palm until Monday. And I only have 2 more towels, and I'm not doing laundry here. So I'm going to skip today. I'll take a shower either tomorrow or Sunday. Maybe Saturday and Sunday. But then the 1st is until Tuesday. I can't do anything with my car until Tuesday. I don't know I haven't even looked at I haven't even put the numbers down to figure it out. Because I don't know. I'm going to go see if they can fix my brake system. So I can get my brake light off. Because something is not allowing my brake light to go off. And my brakes are not good. Because I did not do my rotors. So I got to go see what I can do. I got to figure out if I could find somebody or have somebody I can trust that will be able to do my rotors and my ABS sensors. But I really didn't want to touch that area until I was able to do the hub and the bearings at the same time, since they take all that off. I don't want to have it done again and again and again. See the buggy? See? Came out of my skin. There's one right here, and it's trying to get away. Oh, it's itchy. But when the video went away and they unalived me, it said, trying to reconnect and then finish. That's a message to me, 5:39, from my stalker, that he's trying to connect and finish what he started. Get it? And my duddy, or God, one of the 3. So anyway, oh my God, it's fucking hot, yo. Oh, come on, there's no freaking breeze. God. There's like no breeze whatsoever. Everything is still. Oh my God. I'm sweating. Happy days in Partridge Family. Oh God. And God said, behold, the provision for food. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth. Dog the Bounty Hunter posted a video. Oh, yeah. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth. And every tree in the in the which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. Okay, so the provision for food was the fruit trees and all, and everything that the herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. That was supposed to be our food to eat. And to every beast of the earth and to every fowl, it was also to feed the animals. And they couldn't feed themselves. It required our help to feed them. Okay? But we needed to take care of the land. Okay? But we're not leaving enough of it for the animals to be healthy. We're cutting the grass too short. It's not healthy. We're not keeping it healthy. The bugs are taking over. We're putting artificial grass, artificial trees in our homes, artificial plants. We should be having gardens of plants and trees. We shouldn't have to have them in grocery stores having to buy them. But because we operate off of money, money is breaking things down. Money is breaking everything apart. Money is causing division and separation. It ain't the people. Well, it is the people that are partaking in the things that have to do with money. And then, because there's not enough of... God, I got so many revelations. Oh my God. But I've had since daily. Throughout the day I get revelations. But I can't speak up because my phone is dead. Or I don't want to go live because I'm pissed off, or because I'm angry, or I'm not well, or because I'm tired, I'm thirsty, hungry, or I want to take a shower, I don't feel good. And I'm angry because I'm not with my son in a home of my own, and my haters and enemies are winning, and all of you are partaking and being in cahoots with them, keeping me from my son. So all of you should be kept from your sons, not having your sons and daughters, and your husbands and your wives, and your girlfriends and your boyfriends, and your cars and your homes and your health and your food. Okay, what you do to others will be done to you. Y'all think that the jobs are the key to life. No, that's what God is trying to tell you. But I haven't been able to get that far to explain that part. The jobs are not what's keeping us alive, because people that are working and in like single family, like in a single working family, they're killing each other. They're separating because the pressure of being the only one working is depressing them, and it's putting whatchamacallit on them. It's a burden. It's a burden because that person is being burnt out, doesn't have any time to spend with the family, or they don't want it because of the burden and the overwhelming. They don't want to have sex, or they want to have too much of it, but yet they don't have the money to take care of more kids. But every time they make kids, we're not living right. We're not working right. We're not partaking in life right. We're not partaking in this world right. We're not doing anything right. Nothing. Not even the farmers, because they want to do what all of you are doing. They all want to work their AC jobs in the office. They want to work where they could get paid without having to work the farm and do all that hard work. They don't want to, they want to have fun. They want to smoke, drink, drug, sex, party, fuck, suck, dick, and lick, and have children and be on welfare, and get this stimulus, and get that earned income, and get this tax earned credit, and this one, and get $10,000 a year so they can put down on a home so they don't have to work the fields. You're sending out the wrong message. And this is what happened in the days of slavery. I have to get this out now, because if I don't, I never will. Because I'm not able to get past a certain point in explaining what I know. Okay? And all of y'all are going in life off of a fucked up, half-assed understanding or interpretation of the Bible. You have no idea that you're preaching it wrong, leading us into destruction and death and dysfunction and deficiency, because you're like, oh, this is going to happen. Of course it's going to happen. We're not living in we're living in a well, we were living in a perfect world, but the world has become imperfect because of the people being imperfect, because they have strayed from the Garden of Eden and strayed from the commandments of God and strayed from this and strayed from that. And what happens? What happens when animals go astray? What happens when children go astray? Come on, people. God is giving us the signs, and we're not listening. We're not paying attention. We're like, uh-oh, that family's cursed. That ain't going to happen in my family. That ain't going to happen to my son or daughter. That ain't going to happen to me. Oh, yeah, really? Wait, you'll see. It's going to happen. Because God's got to teach all of you a lesson until you get it. And what does he got to do? He's got to keep making bad things happen. So he's got to sacrifice some of his good children, some of his people, his children, for bad, to be an example, to help bring forth change to the rest of you. Because yous are not, so he has to sacrifice others to show yous, because none of yous are reading his word. None of yous are spending time with the Father, the God, the Creator, on how to live in his kingdom. And for me, I'm 50 going on 51. I'm 50 and a half years old. And there goes that 25, that number 25. 50 and a half, I'm 1 and I'm 25, you know. And then 152 is the year my Duddy was born. You see? It's all connected. And then there's a duck or a bird, some kind of bird or duck. I don't know what kind of birds. There's a few of them making the same noise. I don't know, but I gotta go to the bathroom again. And they're about to close, so I don't want to go in now. Fuck. You fucking assholes. I need to make my potatoes. Oh, if I go to the bathroom, I'm going to have diarrhea. I can't fart because it'll come out. I'm going to have to end with this, people. I'm going to have to continue again another day or later. Okay, so this live video was based on Genesis, the book of Moses, the first book of Moses, called Genesis. From chapter 1, creation of heaven and earth, the creation of the light, the creation of the firmament, the earth separated from the waters, and then the creation of the sun, moon, and stars, and then the creation of the fish, fowl, beast, and cattle, and the creation of man in the image of God, and then the provision of food. I left off at Genesis 2, chapter 2. I did read part of it, verse 8 and forward, 8 and 9, but that's it. I'll have to continue this because I got to run in and go to the bathroom before they close, okay? And then I got to come out here and cut up my potatoes and rinse them and get them ready to go heat up in the microwave. Toodles.